Hi everybody, I'm Katie from Wyndham Primary Academy in Alveston, for anybody that missed that at the beginning. I'm just here to quickly talk to you about how I have used the primary portal, which is online, which you can use to search, invite and reply for different volunteers from a range of sectors. So one of my roles in school is personal development lead. Two strands of our school development plan this year has been broadening children's horizons and raising aspirations, and also strengthening their social and emotional learning skills. So as part of my role, I wanted to bring these two strands together. So I wanted to bring children's learning to life about their social and emotional skills and help them to understand why these skills are important for their future in their jobs. So my project in terms of using volunteers involved looking for volunteers from a range of careers and then meeting with children half-termly across the year in all year groups and sharing their experience of using social and emotional skills in their jobs. So it was quite a unique project. It wasn't kind of a one-off event or a kind of like a careers fair. It was quite a long project which I needed volunteers to buy into. So what I did initially was I contacted our futures and I met on different occasions with Issa, Lauren and Holly. My first meeting involved them showing me how to use the portal, and this was really, really useful for me so that I could search for the volunteers that I needed. What I did next was use the portal, which was really, really easy to use after the session that I had. You can also access a guide that talks through each of the stages of using the portal too. So what I did then was I used the portal to search for different volunteers. It's really, really handy because you can put in lots of information, really specific information about what your project is, what you want from the volunteers, how often you want them to meet with your children, the expectations that you have of them, the length of your sessions. It's really, really detailed as you want it to be. What I did after that was I invited different volunteers. So once you put in all the details about what you want from your volunteers, you can search for as many as you like. You can also put in a radius to see whether you want kind of local volunteers, and you can broaden that for as long as you want, which is really useful for virtual volunteers because of course they don't need to travel to come into your school. So that's really useful too. So I invited over 30, I think it was 50 volunteers. I only actually needed one volunteer for each year group, so just 7 different volunteers, but IFSA did advise me to invite as many as possible to kind of maximise my responses. And it was really, really useful, and the responses were so quick actually from lots of different volunteers. So once you've sent out your invites, the volunteers can accept or reject or express interest if they want to know a little bit more. I've had lots and lots of different volunteers express interest and accept, which was brilliant. And then what I had to do was narrow down the volunteers that I actually wanted. I won't name all of the volunteers that I've had, but I wanted kind of a range of different volunteers from different careers to inspire our children. And some of the volunteers that we've had are scientists, a lady that works in aviation, which again is challenging stereotypes like the ladies have said today, a design engineer and an author. So lots and lots of different careers that will really inspire our children. So it's been brilliant. At the moment, I'm in the stage of now working with the volunteers to plan the exact dates of the sessions. We've not been able to start the project as soon as I'd hoped to, but the portal's allowing me to connect and talk to the volunteers really quickly. You know, they'll give you their numbers, their emails, so you can kind of talk to them whenever you want to. So it's just a really, really fab resource, really easy to use, and the team are brilliant at kind of supporting you if you come across any challenges with it. So I would definitely advise you to use it for any of your projects. Thank you.
Katie. Thank you.
No problem. Has anybody got any questions that they'd like to ask around that?
When the volunteers do then get involved with the school, are they going to start off as virtual interactions? Are they going to be like live streaming into the classroom, given the current situation? Yeah, is that the plan?
Yeah, they're going to do virtual sessions. I had my heart set on them coming into school initially, but of course we've had to adjust that. I was planning on kind of holding back until they could come into school, but who knows what's going to happen at the moment. So we are just going to go full steam ahead with it and do the virtual sessions. But lots of the volunteers are really keen to get into school as soon as they can, which is brilliant as well.
So does that mean, Katie, that you were just looking for local volunteers close enough to your school?
Yeah, I was initially, yes. I did set, so on the portal you can select whether you want virtual or face-to-face, but I did select both, of course, because of the uncertain times we're going through. But yes, I just searched for local, but you can search as far and wide as you need to.